I play Sir Thomas Wyatt. He was a poet and courtier and a very influential man at court. He was one of the alleged adulterers of Anne Boleyn. And so I sort of just buried myself in his poetry and the world. There's a brilliant book by a historian called Nicholas Shulman called Graven with Diamonds, which is a quote from one of Wyatt's most famous poems. And so I just sort of tried to immerse myself in his world and trying to work out what sort of man he was, what sort of status he held within the world of Henry VIII's court, and just tried to sort of understand where he fits into the story and what part he has to play, because poetry of the era was it's often considered a sort of bit of a dead spot between Chaucer and Shakespeare. But actually Wyatt's poetry is now being receiving a lot of sort of more critical praise than it did at the time. He was sort of not that well regarded in his own day by other poets, although his poetry passed hands from various people, and they were used more as a form of currency. The physical piece of poetry was used more as a form of currency than something to be published. There were only one manuscript of his poems published in his lifetime. The rest all came later.